Hey guys, it's Kingdom Player. Today we're going to be doing another theory video. I will recommend to go watching my other two videos that I've covered around this. I'm going to be covering over my theory on the final scene from the Kingdom Hearts final battle trailer with Master Xehanort with his 12 selves and Sora at a place called Scala at Caelum. I do have two other videos. One it's about if Scala at Caelum is heaven in the Kingdom Hearts world, and the 12 selves possibly being a type of Heartless. I just recommending to go watch those before you watch this one, so you guys aren't too confused and get to know what I'm talking about when I mean by these certain things. You go look for those on my channel. They're pretty new. The Heartless one is pretty new. It's a couple episodes before this one. So does the other one about Scala at Caelum. So let's get right into this. Okay, so I have stated that I think Scala at Caelum is Latin for Stairway to Heaven. So perhaps Scala at Caelum is Kingdom Hearts' version of heaven. Someone I've seen also has stated that the world that never was looks quite similar to Scala at Caelum, and perhaps that the world never was is Xehanort's failed attempt to recreate Scala at Caelum. Now, if you watch the very beginning of the final battle trailer, you notice that there's a Kingdom Hearts world, as in shape as a heart, you know what I mean, forming with darkness around it with Master Xehanort below. I think this scene is showing Master Xehanort with the Keyblade unlocking Kingdom Hearts. Now, with that, this makes me think sometime a little bit after that, we're going to see Xehanort, his 12 selves, and Sora as Scala at Caelum. And I think those 12 selves are just shed their shells from who they were controlling, you know what I mean, like Luxor, Marluxia, Larxene, etc. Like they were just using them as puppets and shed them like skin, and so forth went Master Xehanort into Kingdom Hearts, into Scala at Caelum, which again means Stairway to Heaven. So maybe Scala at Caelum is just Kingdom Hearts' version of heaven somehow, in some way. Now, one of the things Master Xehanort did mention that it was, if I remember right, that Scala at Caelum was a place for where powerful Keyblade wielders were. So maybe if you watch the Kingdom Hearts Kai series of Played Union Cross, mainly the Kingdom Hearts original Kai series, we see all the Keyblade wielders fight in the first Keyblade War, and their hearts go into Kingdom Hearts. Maybe those Keyblade wielders all went into Kingdom Hearts and created Scala at Caelum, and that's where they remained for a while. And that maybe after generations, that Master Ericus and Xehanort were the last ones to live there, the last of the Keyblade wielders that went into this place. Supposedly, and what I mean by that is, I'm going to get to the part where you meet Ericus and Xehanort. Well, apparently Ericus and Xehanort in the chest scene when they're young, that room they're in is supposedly at Scala at Caelum. We also notice the Land of Departure has similar features to this, so maybe also the Land of Departure is Ericus' way version of trying to also recreate Scala at Caelum too. So, again, perhaps it is in Kingdom Hearts, or it's Kingdom Hearts itself. Xehanort and Sora are, as we see, are there in the final battle, as in, like, this is gonna be I think maybe perhaps that's gonna be the final fight. Sora versus Xehanort and his 12 selves, which again I think his 12 selves are actually heartless, and Master Xehanort, as other fans think, he's being controlled by an outside force. Perhaps Master Xehanort is also being controlled by this Heartless. And this Heartless is advanced humanoid Heartless who can think and all that kind of stuff, and he's the real manipulator and everything, and Xehanort is just another pawn. And that maybe perhaps like only somebodies and Keyblade wielders are able to get Scala at Caelum, but this Heartless has been wanting to get there to control it himself, to get its light. In the darkness wanting to get the light type of thing. But I'm hoping if this is the final battle and Sora has to verse Xehanort and his 12 selves, I'm hoping it doesn't take a long... I'm just hoping like there's a save point every now and then, because I remember in Dream Drop Distance when you had to fight Ansem after you fought that cloaked nightmare, you couldn't save. And if you failed against Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, you had to restart again by battling the cloaked nightmare. And then you had to battle Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, and you had to battle his Seeker of Darkness second form. And then if you lost that, you had to start over again, and you couldn't just save in between those ones. And that was a little bit annoying, kind of a rage quitter, which I understand. But my take again, I think this is going to be the final battle in the game: Sora versus Xehanort and his 12 selves. Now, I'm also thinking perhaps time works different there. Before I get into that, again, this place called Stairway to Heaven. Someone noticed that when the scene where Sora is like he's like yelling and he hits the ground. Sorry, that's my phone. That's my phone again. I do apologize. He hits the ground screaming. Someone noticed there were some kind of blue sparkles around Sora. And someone noticed that these blue sparkles were also around another character in the series when he was supposedly fading away. So I'm thinking, what if everyone that we see possibly perishes during this final battle at the Keyblade Graveyard? What if they have... what if in order to get to Scala at Caelum, you have to perish in a way to get there? Because remember when I said about the first Keyblade War, the people perished and their heart went into Kingdom Hearts and possibly created this world? What if you have to perish in a certain way in order to get there? But it was locked away and sealed, so the Advanced Heartless couldn't get there. Maybe that's why he wants the Keyblade, so he can finally get there. Or get back there. Another thing is, I think maybe perhaps time is different there. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, after Sora beats his Master Xehanort in 12 Selves, he goes up to the room where Xehanort and Ericus play chess and finds that young Ericus and young Xehanort are actually there. And it's Xehanort before he is controlled, and they're both young, and it turns out everything throughout the series is just being manipulated and puppeteered by these two in the chessboard game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Like, Nomura put that kind of plot twist in there, you know what I mean? And then they faded away after it's all over. Maybe Xehanort thanks Sora for freeing him, defeating the darkness, and then they go back to wherever time they're from. And I'm just putting that in there. That was another thing I thought would be an interesting type of plot twist. I wouldn't be surprised if Nomura put in there. So I think that, again, I think this is Kingdom Hearts' version of possibly Heaven. And just that it was a world created by all the wielders who perished at the first Keyblade War and Hearts went into Kingdom Hearts. And they created this world. And then throughout the ages, the lineage grew shorter and shorter until it was only Ericus and Xehanort. And then they left this world. But then it was locked away by the Keyblade. And that, you know, Master Xehanort was then controlled, and he's trying to get back into there because the Dark Heartless that's controlling him wants Scala at Caelum for some odd reason. And the light of this world. And this is where the very, very final battle will take place. And again, the reason everyone perishes is because they have to perish in some form or way in order to get to this place. Again, that's just my theory on it, you guys. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. I'll be interested in hearing what you guys' theories on it. Again, this is just a theory of mine. This is something I speculated with. I'm not saying it's true, just something I thought would be a cool little plot twist and everything, connecting everything together from Kingdom Hearts Kai, Union Cross, throughout all the games into this. So, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, it helps out a lot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you want faster news and updates, you can always follow me on my Twitter account. I tend to use it quite a lot. The link for that would be in the description below. I will also put the links in the description for the other two videos if you guys are interested in watching those before watching this one to understand what I mean by Xehanort and the 12 Heartless, and, you know, Scala at Caelum possibly being Heaven. And until next time, guys, may your heart be guiding key. See ya.